Well, get ready for a shucking good time, all to help veterans and first responders. The Big Red Barn Retreat is hosting a fundraiser that's going to bring you under the sea. Joining us now to talk all about it is Lamont Christian with the Big Red Barn Retreat. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Fraendy. Yeah.
You do a lot for the Big Red Barn Retreat. Honestly, I could say this. You've kind of become the face of the Big Red Barn Retreat. Tell us a little bit about what you do with veterans.
So, our veterans and first responders, as well as their families, come out to the Big Red Barn Retreat to find a place of what I like to call community, right? But in addition to that, it's a place to make peace, not only with the past, but also with themselves. And then lastly, to restore hope. We have so much going on in the world today, and whether that's in our personal lives, our professional lives, or just in our communities, that it seems really heavy on certain times for people. And so hope is something that we don't often talk about, but in our community, the impact that we have with the people that participate in our programs and our services, they get an opportunity to restore hope for themselves.
We hear so many testimonials about the Big Red Barn Retreat. How are you all able to literally help transform lives of veterans, including those individuals who kind of have, better choice of words, permanent scars in a sense?
Yeah, Fraendy, when you talk about how people go through life, right, we recognize that struggle is inevitable, right? Everybody's gonna go through some form of adversity or calamity in their life. It's not a matter if it's gonna happen, but when. And so what we're able to do at the Big Red Barn Retreat is demonstrate ways that individuals can really take charge of their own lives through things that we've been doing for thousands of years. We just, one, either gotten away from it and no longer pass it on as a tradition, or two, we just don't know. We don't know what we don't know. And so we inherently find that when someone else has gone through something and they can share how they were able to get through it, that opens the door for me to be able to, well, if they can do this, maybe I can. But more importantly, I'm not alone. And so when we can open that door and realize that we're not alone, it begins the internalization of creating change for myself. And so that's where the transformation happens. A lot of people say, well, you are changing people's lives. I would actually say the people are changing their own lives.
I see that. That makes sense. And, changing lives. And you all want the community to understand what you all are doing. So you all are holding a fundraiser. So this is pretty interesting, okay? So when you think fundraiser, sometimes you think Girl Scout cookies, you think candy, an auction, but not an oyster roast. Where did the idea come from for you all to have an oyster roast?
So, the Southern cuisine, right, is wide open to a lot of different favorable foods. And oyster roast is very popular in the South. I'm not from the South originally. My military career ensured that I spent a lot of time in the Southeast military bases. But what I've learned is that, the closer you are to the coast, the more that you're gonna wind up eating food that comes out of the ocean. And so, oyster roast is something that's very popular in this area. And we've learned that the people who support the Big Red Barn Retreat and missions like what we do will communicate, I guess, really just come around food. When you're around food, a lot of good things happen.
The fellowship and camaraderie,
Exactly, and just so, you sit at a dinner table and then you become very close to not only your family, but other people. And so, it's our way to give back to the community, but also allow the community an opportunity to give back to us.
So it is a fundraiser, which means that there is a price that we're going to have to pay. So how does it work? I pay the price and I have unlimited oysters for the night?
Yeah, actually, that's how it works.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about it is a lot of people say, well, I'm not into oysters. Well, we recognize that, and so we'll have other types of what we call Southern fare food. And if you're into anything else that might be aligned with traditional Southern food, not necessarily the heavy comfort food, but definitely those types of foods that you enjoy, what we would say heavy on the hors d'oeuvres.
Here you go. So when is this fundraiser, this event taking place?
So it's March 27th on Friday evening. The doors are open at 6, and we'll be there at least until 10, when the property owners kick us out. But yeah, and it's at Senate's End in Columbia downtown.
Okay.
And so yeah, we're really looking forward to this venue. We've done this in other venues, and they were very, very good. We actually enjoyed them, and they did well for us. But we're expanding, as like you said earlier, we're growing as an organization, and we're growing our fan base, our support base.
Yeah.
And so we knew we needed to expand also our venues where we're doing these community events.
And tickets are $75 per person. There's also going to be live entertainment as well from the Mustache Brothers. So that's going to be pretty cool. So anything else that you want to add about the Big Red Barn Retreat or the fundraiser that's going to take place?
Yeah, just come prepared to have a good time. Oh, definitely bring your appetite, right? Because you go to an event like this, you want to be able to eat, enjoy yourself, spend some time there, bring the good weather, right?
Right, yeah.
We're coming out of this chill, and we wanted to warm up. And more importantly, just come knowing that your presence alone supports what we're doing at the Big Red Barn Retreat, and our opportunity to provide people their way of finding their way out. We talk about resilience, and that's bouncing back. And I think we've been doing pretty good at bouncing back. What we are in the business of doing at the Big Red Barn Retreat is helping people leap forward, right? That's the new narrative, right? We're gonna get beyond resilience. It's time for us to leap forward.
And mic drop right there. Can't add anything else to that. Lamont Christian with the Big Red Barn Retreat, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And of course, we'll have more information on our website at WACH.com.